Welcome. In this video we're going to go over a new offering from ShopCal Software, a product we call Quick Promo. And Quick Promo is basically a t-shirt pricing software to price currently screen printed or embroidered garments, and to specifically do so for those in the promotional products or ad specialties industry. It also is a great fit for people who contract either screen printing or embroidery services out, such as an embroidery shop that contracts a screen print shop to print the t-shirts for them. So it's a great tool for that as well. Go ahead and start. We'll double click on the Quick Promo desktop icon, and when you first come on in, you're going to get a login screen. And just to make it easy, if you look down here, if you forget, the default, unless you change it within the system, is a username Quick and the password is Promo. So we're going to go ahead and log in with that. And once we're in, we come into the main screen. Now the main screen is available in two sizes. One of them is a standard definition size, and then there is the high definition size. The standard definition size is a little bit smaller to fit on people's screens that are not running quite as high a resolution, and the high def size is for people that are running at super high resolution on their monitors and they want to fill the monitor up. To select the screens when you start up, you would click up here, this little upside down triangle by the computer, and go to screen resolution, and you'll see that it's selected instead at standard resolution right now. If we wanted it to start up with high resolution the next time, we would click that and just click OK. We're going to go ahead and cancel out of that right now. Go over a few of the little points here on the main screen. The quote number, order number is auto-generated based on whatever you set as the next number. There again, we click up here, we can go set the next invoice number. I have it set to generate the next one at 1,000 in this case. And so if I was to create a new one, this number would become 1,000. When we first come into the screen, we're going to be sitting here at the customer number. And in the deal, we've only got a couple that come in here, that we come into the deal to the what is in the examples, and we have the default no customer selected in the Jones design. The default, you always want to keep this customer here. You can change some information on it, but you want to default there. It will naturally want to try to start with that one. Then we can select the other ones in here and use those as we add customers in. And the customers, we'll go over that here in just a minute. The next thing, once we've selected the customer, is if we want to assign a ship via, we can do that. It's a kind of a accordions type fold out. Next thing is the date. This will autofill if you don't put one into the today's date. We can select the payment method type, and the sales rep. If one is selected, we can select the sales rep out of that. Now the next most important thing that we need to do is to select a matrix. The matrices in here work similar to in other Quick Quote products, but you're going to use them a little bit different because you're using a contract printer, and the pricing, the way Quick Promo prices, is different because that's the way that the promotional products and ad specialties industry prices things. And plus, like I said, if you're using a contract printer, you're going to price a little different than if you're printing it or decorating it yourself. And then we also have where we can filter by the garment vendor. So in this case here, we're using demo printing, and we'll see that up here in the matrix here in a little while. And we're using the vendor, the garment vendor Sandmark. But let's say that you had a printer that was also going to supply the shirts, and they were not going to supply them to you at the same price that you could buy them at Sandmar. But you were just going to go ahead and have them provide the shirts because it was just easier on you. You could go into the catalog and actually set up a vendor as that printer, and then put in those shirts that you're going to have them supply and the price they're going to charge you for them. And Quick Promo will take care of all the pricing from there. So we basically got this base information that we need to have. Then we get down here into the line items. In theory, you can have unlimited line items. They're all going to be priced off of the matrix that's selected here. You can swap the vendor in between if you want to select some from Sandmar, some from Alpha, some from your printer, whatever. You can do that, but they're all going to, everything's going to price off of the matrix that's selected at that time. And if we wanted to go add a new record in here, you'll notice the minute that I clicked on this, the calculate button has turned red. Anytime you see that button red, it means that there's still some calculations that need to be done, and because you've started to change some information. So I could click in here and scroll down, or I could, click on here and do, say, PC 54, and just hit the tab key, and it's going to come over to the port and company. I can come in here and select a color, and the groups. The dark. As for the shirts, you have whites, lights, and darks for different pricing across that as it comes from the vendor. From the matrix, it prices what's called the lights and the darks. The whites fit in the lights for the printing or the decoration part. Sounds a little confusing, but you'll get the hang of it. Now, the tick MB here, if you check this box, what it's telling it to do is to use the embroidery margin markup breakpoints that you set up in the matrix. And this would be if you had different markup and breakpoints for the embroidery than you did for screen printing. If it's unticked, it's going to default to the screen printing breakpoints and markups. And once we start coming across here, you can enter, because this is blank right now, you can enter sizes, anything in the sizes XS through XL, and it'll accept it. But if you entered anything in here, it will not allow you to enter anything in X2, X3, X4, and so on. By the same token, if we entered in X2, it's going to lock out all the other deals. This is because your shirts are priced by being in that particular range. So extra small through extra large are typically all are going to cost you the same amount of money. 2X is going to be a different price, 3X is going to be a different price, and so on. So the system automatically knows if you've entered a value in a certain field to not let you try to enter a value which will cause a different blank cost of a shirt to be in there. And so once we come in here, let's just come over here and we're going to put 5 2X's in there. The minute we do that, you'll see that it's come up here and it's starting to give us a price each. We can override that if we want, and it's giving us an extended price. And we can continue to add as many items as we want. Now when we're down here at the bottom, you've got these 3 buttons here, and the items basically is where you put in the screen printing details, the embroidery, whatever else. In this particular example, we're only doing screen printing. We're doing 2 colors on the left chest, and we're doing 8 on the back. So we're doing a total of 10 screens in this case. Now you'll see this note down here. It says a maximum of 16 colors per location. That means that you could have a 16 color left chest there if you wanted to and still have 8 color back, or you could have a 2 color left chest, 1 color left chest, 16 color back. 16 color front, 16 color back. It's just a maximum of 16 colors per location. So once we've come to that, in this case here, we've got a garment image, and we've selected 2 different garments in this particular case. But let's just take this and let's go to a PC54Y or PC61Y. And I know it's in there somewhere. I could just type it in and probably make it easier. So now we've got the same on the PC61Ys and stuff. Now you'll notice that it's immediately changed our pricing. There again, our calculations are not completely done here. So we've got, let's just go ahead, and they've got that in black. We're going to do this and say a cardinal. And so we've got our 5. Although the PC 61Y is not available in 2X, that's why this price went way the heck down there. So we're going to come in here and we're going to say 5 here. So now we've got our pricing across that. This image is here. It's optional. You can throw it in there or not. It's going to show up on the invoice. It's just to show the customer what a PC61Y looks like in this case here. So we've come to this. We're going to go ahead and calculate this out. And we've come in here now. In our summary, if we come over here, it says our cost. Total items are $385 based on the information that's in the product catalog. And the print charges on darks that our printer would charge us is $313.39. And we're going to bill out $200. Our screens are going to cost us $200 that the printer is going to charge us. So our total cost for this job at this particular point is $898.39 that our contract printer is going to charge us if he's providing the shirts. If not, he's going to be charging us the $313.39 plus the $200 based on the information that he has given us. So we come in there, but really the total cost is $898.39. Continuing our summary across, we got our deal here. We're gonna say that we are based on all the information and our calculations that we have over there. We're gonna bill the customer $1,223.15. So we have a gross before commission of $324.76. So this is approximately what you're going to make off the job if you're not paying commission out to a salesperson. But in this particular case, we are. We've got our salesperson blacksmith here, and we're giving him a 50% commission. He's getting the commission based off of this, $324.76 is what he's getting it based off of. So at 50%, he's getting half of that. He's getting $162.38, and you would be getting $162.38. So that's basically the rundown that the system gives you. Over here, we can also select and throw notes in, and we can predefine notes that we can just select and say add those to the invoice. So once we've got to that point, we're ready to go. We've got our calculate is all grayed out there. We're going to go ahead and print, and it's going to bring up the information here, and you'll see that it's showing our PC61Y Kelly. We've got the quantities, the information on that. We're doing $380 worth of setup, which is these screens cost that our printer is charging us, plus the amount that we're going to mark them up. And so we end up with this. We're not charging any tax. We're not charging any shipping or art in this particular one. And there's our notes that we had on there. If we come over here and we select Jones Designs, and we select that over here, now we've got Jones Designs. We save that again so we save the record. We come over here and now we're to Jones Designs. If we're up in here, we want to edit Joan, we can just click on that. It brings up this screen that we can go in there and actually edit the billing address and everything on Joan. And if we need to know where Joan is, we click on the little show me on the map button, and it brings up Google Maps and shows you where Joan is. So we've basically covered that part of it. Real quick, we're going to move into the salespeople. This is where you would set up your salespeople. You can set whatever commission rate that they want on it, and you can just scroll between your salespeople. Add them, delete them, change them, modify them, whatever you want. Picture is optional. You don't need to really have that in there. The matrix, this is where all the magic happens here. In the matrix, you can set up to 16 possible colors getting printed and up to 14 price breaks. Over here in this kind of a off light blue, these numbers are auto filled in based on here. So in this particular deal, we're saying any quantity below 12, we're not going to prices of being available. Our printer won't do. And so then we start coming down through here and we're putting in the prices. So we've got a set of pricing, the price on light color shirts, and a set of pricing, the price on dark color shirts. Now the reason that they do this is because a lot of times it's just too complicated to explain to people that when you print on a dark shirt, you might have to have underbase screens and all that. So having the printing on light colors and printing on dark colors matrix just makes it a lot easier for everybody to understand. Over here is where we said the printer is charging us $20 per screen. We could put a film charge in there if you want it, and this is where we set the bill rate. So we're saying we're going to add $18 to that screen. Now these numbers may or may not be realistic to you, and they're totally customizable. You can set your margin or markup in here. We come over to the embroidery. We basically have the same setup. We can come in here and go up to 14 different price break ranges. And we can come out to here. Now you'll notice here that like I got 1,008 and this is blank. What that means is that anything over 1,008 is going to price on this line right here. And we've got it set to go up to 15,000 stitches is the amount of pricing that our particular embroiderer in this case is giving us. And we're going to go over here to our markup margin deals. This is where we can set the markups. You can see both the embroidery and the screen printing side by side here. In case your vendor does offer both services. In a lot of cases, you're just going to have a screen printer that does screen printing and possibly an embroiderer that's just going to do embroidery. And so you're only going to fill out either the screen printing or the embroidery part. This is just a reference table and a ASI PPA code reference chart down here. The one option that you do have is right here. You'll see where it says uses margin or uses markup. A lot of people in the promotional products and ad specialties industry, they price using margin, which is a different way of calculating the percentage number into getting the end price that you're going to sell for. Markup is totally a different way of calculating it. And a prime example of that would be that if you mark something up 50% margin, it's the same thing as marking it up 100% in markup. So it's just whatever you're used to using. You can set this to use whatever method that you want, whether it's markup or margin. So we're going to pop out of that section there. Now we're going to go into the catalog, and the catalog is just real simple. We come in here, we would put a style number, description, category if we needed that in there, vendor, and then the price. So if we came to a PC 61, for example, here's our information on the PC 61, and here's our cost for whites, lights, and darks. And these are your costs. It's not doing any markup here, okay? And it's not doing any markup on the matrix. It's taking the information you put in here in the catalog and the information you put into the matrices are your cost. The system is then going to use the margin or markups to calculate the sell price based off of your cost and your desired markup and margin at that particular quantity that you're selling out. So that's, basically where that goes in there. We also have the notes. This is where you come in, you do the notes as was defined over here in the notes section, right over here. The other thing that you'll want to do is you're going to want to set up the company. And this is where you come in here and you put your company information, your logo, all that kind of stuff, and you put that in there. That is what shows up here at the top up here. So that's where you put that information. So I think we've real quickly covered everything in that aspect of it. Hopefully this gave you a little bit of information about the new offering, a quick promo from Shopco Software. So thank you very much.